Joining us now from Highland Park is Democratic Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois. Senator, we appreciate you being with us this morning. What can you tell us about what you've seen and heard there in Highland Park? You and I have talked many times about Chicago roots. I was born in Evanston, not far from where you are right now. Many Americans, even if they've never been to Highland Park, they know Highland Park. They know that kind of town. They know that kind of 4th of July parade shattered yesterday by this alleged suspect.
I wouldn't have thought twice about inviting my son with my granddaughter to come and watch the 4th of July parade in Highland Park. It's a great community, one of the safest in our state and our nation. And what happened here yesterday, sadly, was the clash of two traditions. One wonderful tradition of 4th of July parades and another horrible emerging tradition of mass shootings. And while this was going on in Highland Park, this horrible massacre, there were 6 people being shot on the south side of Chicago. Guns, 400 million firearms across America without adequate regulation and safety measures really have led us to this point.
And so, Senator, let's get into that a little bit. As you look at this shooting and the others that you've dealt with on a national scale in terms of trying to get legislation to prevent innocent people from being killed. Obviously, did some work coming out of Uvalde and Buffalo and got a bipartisan piece of legislation through, not as much as I suspect you would have liked to have done, but it was something. What else is out there, Senator? What else is out there when you have a number of Republicans who aren't willing to go along with much of anything in terms of stopping the sale of AR-15s, for example, high-powered semi-automatic rifles to people who shouldn't be getting them? How do we stop this as a society?
Well, I can tell you the bill that we did pass and the president signed, the one Chris Murphy put together with John Cornyn, Tom Tillis, and Kyrsten Sinema, was a step forward. I voted for it. It's going to save lives. But it still doesn't get to the root of this issue. We have a weapon. This weapon, we're not sure the specific weapon that was used yesterday, but the AR-15 is the most common weapon being used in mass shootings that has no sporting purpose, no hunting purpose, not really a self-defense purpose. It is a collector's item, and there are millions of them across America. They were invented for the military for mass killing. The military should be used for that purpose, and to say that they should be available for people even 18 years of age to purchase them goes way beyond anything the Second Amendment writers could have envisioned.
Senator Durbin, good morning. It's Jonathan Lemire. As much as the president cheered the passage of that legislation you just mentioned and, of course, signed it into law, he was dismayed by the Supreme Court decision on firearms that allowed them to be more easily carried and concealed throughout our country. Let me get your take on that. How dangerous is that? How much more difficult will it be for communities like the one you're standing in right now, a grieving community, to prevent further gun tragedies like this because of that decision?
Several years ago, Nancy Rotering, the mayor of Highland Park, led an effort to ban assault weapons from this community. It was challenged by the gun groups all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said that she did have the right to do that. The 2 dissenters included Justice Clarence Thomas, the same justice who wrote the opinion just a week or so ago that really basically said that there's limitation on the regulation of these guns. So we can see that there is dots to be connected here, and they're not very encouraging in a 6-3 court.
And Senator, we heard from the mayor there that this gun appears to have been legally purchased. Can you walk us through how that can happen in the state of Illinois, which has some of the tighter gun regulations across the country? How does one purchase a gun like this? And should there have been some sort of red flag that should have gone off that should have prevented it?
Well, it's often said, it's part of urban legend, that Chicago has the toughest gun laws in the nation. That may have been true at some point in the past. Supreme Court rulings have basically stopped that from occurring. We're subject to the same regulations and limitations when it comes to gun safety. And in this circumstance in America, we have this anomaly. You have to be 21 years old by federal law to purchase a handgun, but you can purchase a long gun, which includes these weapons like AR-15, at the age of 18. Now, a recent bill said we're going to have a better background check on younger purchases. I salute that. I support that. But it's still beyond any understanding that I can offer as to why in the world individuals have to purchase and own a gun that was made for military purposes. And put a clip on this that has multiple pieces of ammunition that can be shot at an individual. And you can see the horror that we witnessed yesterday in Highland Park.
Senator, a lot of tough conversations I know you had yesterday happening with families across the country as this news crossed, and I'm sure as families wake up this morning about saying to your kids, it's okay to go to the 4th of July parade. It's okay to go to your 4th grade classroom. It's okay to go to the supermarket, things we've always assured our nation. And yes, we're going to continue to do those things. But what do you say to a family who's worried that this can happen anywhere? Because the fact of the matter now is it can.
Highland Park teaches us all that this can happen anywhere in the United States. Have we reached the point where we're sick and tired, angry, if you will, that they're taking away from us in the name of the Second Amendment and a distortion of it, in my point of view? They're taking away the basic elements of American life that we've enjoyed for generations. Our founding fathers could not have envisioned that when they wrote the Second Amendment. The answer, quite simply, is an election. When voters who feel strongly about it elect people who share their feelings, that's what makes a difference in a democracy.
Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois, please pass along our love and condolences to the people of Highland Park. We appreciate you taking some time with us this morning. Thank you.
I will. Thank you.